Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Watchers Brawl number 5 here in the month of May. It's currently May 15th and we have an excellent match for you so far. We're in the losers bracket, or the lower bracket right now currently. It's going to be Butterfly versus Spirit. And of course, joining me today with the commentating, I'll be your play-by-play caster, and we of course have the lovely men of class for your color commentary today. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. You know, there's nothing above a day where you just sit around, order a new phone, do other stuff with your life, and then get to cast some Overwatch late in the night. That's what your ideal life should be like, at least in my case. So I'm doing good. I hope you're doing fine yourself, Aries.
Oh, I'm doing absolutely brilliant. It's great to be back casting for the Overwatch Watchers Brawl. Of course, it's been a hot minute. But it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams play out. Of course, the teams fell out of the first round of the upper bracket. Now they're back down here in the loser bracket, trying to fight their way back up. And it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams face off. Of course, neither team won a map in their last series, and it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back from it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we have some very strong teams still in the winners bracket, so it's no surprise that these teams fell down to a lower bracket. Not saying that they're not strong teams, but because we have such a strong field this time around, it is just something that could have happened to any team. So Butterfly Effect, Spirit, they both gotta win this game to stay in the race, stay alive in the Watchers Brawl, and get to face the next team that they're gonna go up to. Unfortunately, we have a forfeit for the second match that was going on tonight. Not a real problem. Just won't be played. But that will mean that we have the Honey Badgers going up in the next round of their lower bracket. So that's always nice to see. And another note: don't forget to vote for MVPs. It's just a very nice thing we have. It's underneath the channel. See that panel on the left. That's your MVP panel. So if you see a player you like, be sure to click on it. You can, vote more if you actually donate bits, but you can also just, have the importance on that one vote. But yeah, we're going to go into this match soon, starting with Lijiang Tower. Of course, no hero bans or map bans in effect for the first map. So it will just be good old Overwatch, the way you play it yourself. No bans, no everything. And yeah, these teams are trying to give us a good show, and I hope they deliver.
Yeah, and it should be a good show coming up from it, because we do have some really excellent matches, of course, coming from the Watchers. It's a very great tournament setup because there are some excellent teams in here, and some really good teams that are kind of starting out a little bit and facing some really good competition. And it's really good to see how your lineup really stacks against them. And both teams are going to be ready for this going into it here on Lijiang Tower. And I'm ready to get back into this. Last game I casted was on Lijiang, and it was a very, very good and close matchup, and it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams match up on it. And of course, the pick and bans could be coming out just from this map alone to see which teams are strong in a certain hero and which ones are weak.
Yeah, Lijiang Tower, the garden section especially, is such a diverse point. I mean, you can run the 3-3, the heavier version of it, but since there is such a large environmental hazard and these open chokes to go through, DPS can get a lot of space, a lot of fire spam damage into you, and have a lot of angles of attack with such an open point as well. So a lot of teams will actually opt to go with more DPS style compositions here, which it does look like both of these teams are looking to do. Whether Atrocity will stay on the Torbjorn, I doubt it. I mean, it's possible. I'm not saying it's not, but really mobility DPS have more, or very long range DPS have more value usually on this map. We do see the pharmacy on both sides. For now, also Sombras, Wrecking Balls, but it looks like it's going to be a quad versus a triple DPS setup. So the Lucio versus the Soldier is going to be the difference maker. Slightly more mobility and healing versus a little more damage output.
Yeah, and of course, so we are going to be starting right here, right now onto this. Like you said, there's both pharmacy on both teams. And it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be able to win this. Icy is getting really close up right now. He's going to take some damage to be able to deal some out with himself. And of course, Rafik is going to be able to get on the point first right now, but there's going to be trades coming out from both sides. Wonder Stick and Bombi and Bam Bam, sorry, is going to be going out on the side of Butterfly. But Butterfly is able to get some really nice kills back, and they're able to get 5-4, and they're finally able to get the point for themselves. They're able to take first control.
You see that lack of damage coming out straight away, and Bugo went down on that Lucio, so the healing and mobility aspect that he was normally providing wasn't quite there. Interesting to see if someone will switch over to maybe a Widowmaker, because the attacking fire will always have a little bit of a harder time. And Icy Suspect again taking down Bugo. He hasn't really been doing much this map so far.
Yeah, of course, we are just 2 fights into this. But, some players can have more of an impact than others. But Rafika is going to be trying to dive onto this point. Lex is just going to go backwards. He is going to be taken down. In that meantime, Wolf is looking to have a great series from him. It's going to be interesting to see what this Tracer played. So far in Garden, it's been doing pretty well. Let's see what else he can bring to the table from it. And he does have that pulse bomb on him. And on the side of... yeah, he's about to have the pulse bomb. Storm does have the pulse bomb on the side. of Spirit. And the barrage on Farah, on Icy, and Dirty Prince does have that aim.
Oh,
and
that's a
Icy
huge
Suspect.
pick, though.
Yeah, that's a huge pick onto that. Mercy and Sir is also going to be able to go down. And there's some really nice kills coming out for Butterfly right now. They are above 60% on this control point so far. It's going to see how they're going to be able to stagger these ultimates.
Yeah, like because the biggest deal is that they don't know the side has to have used ultimates yet, and you see Bugo still on 60%. Recurve, nice kill on Wolf there, that will not be able to be rezzed. So this is their moment. Immediately EMP comes out, Dirty Prince gets hacked, the counter EMP as well. So this is going to be a close fight nonetheless.
And the trades are going to be coming out from each side. Recurve is actually going to be able to get rezzed here and see how Butterfly can hold on to this point. Right now he's just going to be swinging it around like Miley Cyrus onto this point. See if we can get some kills. He's going to be hacked, and that's going to be it for him right now. He's able to get one with Pandemonium. It was on that Mercy, but they are in overtime right now. Bugio is getting really low right now. Recurve is actually going to be able to go down, and here comes the barrage. He's able to get one under Rafiki. Wolf's actually going to go down, and Rise is able to get Sir as well with that, and then Rez is going to be trying to come out onto Wolf, and Bam Bam is actually able to get Storm in this overtime. Is taken down. Is going to be able to go to the first point over to Butterfly. 1-0 for them right now, unleashing Tower. And what do you think Spirit needs to change up for this second?
I mean, they walked into a quad DPS setup with triple DPS of their own. And it wasn't that their DPS necessarily weren't getting that much value. It's just that if you have two supports, you need to have a reason to have those two supports. And Bugo wasn't having the value to justify having that Lucio there. I'd rather just say, oh, go on a Soldier or a Widow or something yourself. So you have that extra Sky pressure, the extra DPS pressure. Because the healing and the mobility output that Lucio normally provides can be very powerful. He can push people off the map. But you didn't even charge one sound barrier during the entire thing, and then you just know you're not getting any value. So it might have just been a compositional thing, but there was also some definite outplay on the matchup there sometimes. We're seeing a 3-3 here though, so definitely a big change up already.
Oh yeah, I suspect is on that fair, and of course you do need some great play, and you do need those sound barriers out of your Lucio player. And the seal this Fair is able to do, because it's done some really good poke damage so far. Pandemonium's actually going to go down half HP. He's going to have Coalescence. They're going to be able to pop it right now. And a Trollity is going to go down here through that Coalescence. And there's 3 stuns. And Wolf's going to go down from Storm and Pandemonium as well. On this Barrage, Suspect is actually going to be traded out by Storm, as he does get Pandemonium. And Wonderstruck, sorry, is going to be going down. Recruit is going to get demeched here. And it's looking interesting, and his Spirit that's going to be able to win the point over the first one. See if they can get a good rebounded map here from it. They are going to be able to back up onto this point, and let's see how they're going to be able to hold this point.
And to keep up the pressure on the other side though, so they're not going to just let them accrue percentage for free. But the poke damage coming in is not enough. It's only one or two DPS that actually put it in, so they need more DPS or they need more tanks. It's either of the two versus the 3-3. Although they look to be winning this fight already. It's a rough one.
Oh yeah, it very
nice
much is.
barrier.
There's that Nano with that sound barrier, like you said, and Rafiki's gonna be going down here. So is Bugo, and the kills are coming in the way. Butterfly right now looks like they're gonna be able to take this point over. As Spirit does have 46% on the point. They're going to be able to flip it and see if they can hold this for a good bit longer and be able to take Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, well, it'll definitely be possible for them to do a quick retake. I mean, they have the ultimates to do so. There isn't quite the sound barrier up for Trollity just yet, and even if it will come up, I think they have the damage output to get through that. The one thing they really have to be scared of is Icy Suspect with a Barrage, but he's going so close to their spawn. It really could be capitalizing on that if their Diva plays it correctly. But Sir Dr. Titan actually taken down inside their own spawn. You can't let that happen. If you're a 3-3, you have the capability to deny that damage coming in.
You definitely do, and Dirty Prince is actually going to go behind and get able to hack Rafiki on that Reinhardt. And here comes the rally on the side of Sir Dr. Titan. And the Barrage is
Matrix.
Barrage not able to get anything. And here comes that hammer down. It's not able to get it. It's actually able to get one. And here's 3 kills. And Spirit's looking great right now for them. See if they can get Icy, which is going to be a huge part of this, especially on that fair. Wolf is going to go down as well. Bugo on that trade, but there's that Lucio when you have 5 players already still alive, and Icy is just not able to escape with his life there, and it looks like Spears could be able to take this point back, and they will.
I really think they just win that on the back of recurve. First eating the barrage, then just chasing down Icy Suspect constantly. And if Icy Suspect is free in the area, they're gonna have a lot of hard time. He does have another barrage up, so definitely still do a lot of damage. But with recurve basically dedicating his Matrix to the Pharah, that just negates so much damage. Nice shatter, but will it be enough? Well, the coalescence cleans it up.
There's a double coalescence from the Icy Suspect is able to get Rafiki from it. Wolf is going to be going down on his Spears, playing this perfectly right now, being able to be aggressive with it, and looks like they're just going to fall back over to the point a little bit here.
They want that Reinhardt back.
Yeah. They have 80% on the point right now.
Last fight. I mean, they need to win this on the other side here. So, you know, they got to come in. They don't really have that many ultimates, but that EMP could be huge here from Dirty Prince, as long as he actually gets to put it off. But it looks like he's going to set it up quite nicely.
Of course, and here's a huge
barrier again, though.
Yeah, Wolf is able to get one, so is Dirty Prince, and here it comes into overtime. And Spirit is not looking well right now. Looks like it was just too fast and furious of a push from Butterfly. It looks like they are going to be able to capture this point again. They are at 70%. With it, they do need to get that extra 30. And how many fights do you think they need to win this out?
I think the thing is, these fights are probably not going to go short. So this is likely the very last fight of this point. They're already on 80. 86 is usually where if you have 86 and then you win the fight, that's going to be the last fight. So they're going to have one good shot at this and maybe some respawns, but such a nice block from Icy Suspect.
Icy
they just don't see the Pharah.
Able to get a triple with it. And here comes the Graviton Surge from the other side, but it's not able to get a... It looks like this might just be it. And they're in overtime right now, but it's like they're not able to get much out of it. And overtime is ticking down fast. And there goes Pandemonium.
They might make it back with install heroes, like the Wrecking Ball will probably make it, but it's not going to do anything. He gets to kill Icy Suspect, but they don't have the numbers. Although I say that, that's a very nice Earth Shatter. Bugo especially could stay alive for a little while here. Surprised Dirty Prince managed to hack him somehow. That was interesting, but they're not completely down and out yet.
Yeah, it's a good bit of a stagger.
Yeah,
there we go. Fine. Butterfly able to take map
Butterfly
1.
effect, map 1. It means they're going to be able to ban a map there, which is going to be nice for him. Let's see who got to play the game. It was Icy Suspect.
Yeah,
I mean, we could have known.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we could have seen that come out. Just some nice air rockets as well on the recurve in that first stage. It's very nice play from Icy Suspect. Although I do think that there was maybe a little lack of dealing with the Pharah, especially on the second point where they had the Diva. It worked out for a little bit, but if you have that 3-3 composition to go into a 2-2-2 setup, the one thing you have is area control. So you don't need to be scared and stand in a choke. You can actually run through that Reinhardt and take him down before they can do anything else. If you do it quick enough, they don't have enough area denial or spam damage to take down enough of your team. So you take down their front line, take down their point control, and then you can focus on the Pharah. The only thing you need to do is block as much incoming damage as possible. And the same thing kind of goes when there's a Sombra on the other team. So if both of them are there, the only thing you need to do is keep moving so they cannot flank you. And I think Spirit just stood still for a little too long sometimes. So they gave them the space to come in on a flank, which is why that barrage in the end worked so well. Because they just took those extra few seconds to stand in the choke before they started moving as a team. And that's, I mean, it's just a shame. It's something that's hard to do. I recognize that. And it was also a nice play from Icy Suspect just to realize last time I did it above the choke. So then Recurve came in with a Matrix. So this time I'll take a different angle. And I like DPS taking interesting and sort of inventive angles. So that makes sense. So that was definitely still nicely done from Icy Suspect.
Yeah, it was very nicely done. And like you said, it is a huge thing to deal with those Pharahs. Because when you're able to deal with them, then that takes out a hero from them. And that was a huge part of that map win for them, was that Pharah being able to do whatever Icy Suspect really wanted to do. And they really didn't have an answer. It looks like they wanted to try to counter and Gardens very early on, but it didn't really work. And they did have that one nice Matrix, but it didn't really last that long. And it looks like here on the pick and bans, Hollywood will be banned. Yeah, by
But
Butterfly.
Temple of Anubis, we're going to a 2CP map straight at the bat. And I like that.
Wow.
I want to see that happen. Spirit, you know, being gutsy or being strategic. Because we see how often these maps get banned out or at least not picked. So you would assume that most teams don't really like scrimming them, don't really like playing them, also not really counting on playing them. So definitely a nice pick there. I personally like it. I like Temple of Anubis as well as a map. It has some problems, you know, every now and then, but which map doesn't? So yeah, let's see what happens here. Definitely some potential for DPS picks for some bunker strats maybe.
Yeah.
And we already see Orisa straight away being saved by Butterfly Effect. So does look like they want to have the Orisa as a possibility. Not necessarily going to mean that they're going to run it out straight at the gate. And Spirit could also, you know, ban a certain hero that goes very well with that bunker comp, and then sort of ban that out for them. So say like you're sure you can set the Orisa comp up, but it's not going to be as strong as it ideally could be.
Yeah. And it's going to be interesting to see what Spirit's going to be banning here.
Farah.
Yeah. I kind of expected that.
I just don't know if that's the actual pick you wanted to ban out, though. Because Farah, with a bunker comp, is relatively easily dealt with, because all you need is kind of like a sniper. You just, if you know they're going to run at your sniper out of the air. It sounds easier than it is, I know. But if you have like a Junkrat that stands next to a bunker, you can just stand behind the shield and just spam freely. Like, he doesn't have to take different angles, and the sniper can get to him. But the same thing kind of goes with certain healers you kind of need or want with the bunker comp, things like Mercies or Baptistes. If you ban either of those, it takes away a lot of potential. Or you could go and ban out the second tank that they'd like to use, which is often a D.Va. But then again, a D.Va is also good at attacking a bunker comp. So there is always that element of, yes, now they can't run bunker comp as effectively, but sometimes it also means you cannot really attack a bunker comp that easily with that same hero. And D.Va is definitely a good example of that. I don't know. We could even see a bunker v bunker matchup. It's been done, especially on a map like Temple of Anubis. But then it's just going to be very difficult for the attacker team to set up their bunker quickly enough before and start doing damage quickly enough before the other team manages to break their shields. So yeah, the defenders have that advantage of we already set up, so we can start doing damage sooner. We do see straight away, this is Season 1 Overwatch League Anubis. This is Houston Outlaws Anubis defense with the Baptiste, though. So big difference is, well, you mean you still have the Mercy. The big difference is going to be that Baptiste. But whether that's a real big difference or just, you know, the next step for the bunker, that's a question for another time.
Yeah, and like I said, it could be a bunker versus bunker. And it doesn't look like that's... Yeah, it doesn't look like it right now. But
I mean, so you saw that happen a lot when you had the bird's nest thing going on, where they set up on the like above the point of that high ground. You ran to the opposite high ground with an extra shield, and then you set up. You just break their bunker before they can break yours. So you would maybe give up like one healer, but you'd have just the Reinhardt and the Orisa. Like there's different options you can take there, but that was a very fun strategy to counter that comp with.
Yeah, and
we'll see the dive come out though.
Yeah. Let's see what Wonderstrike is actually able to get with this Widowmaker up here on the top ledge on this defense, and it's going to be a really main key part of this to see how many picks they can get with it, how much damage they can get with it. They're actually going to be flanked by the Sombra here for a little bit, and not able to get really much out of it is Sir the Titan, and they're going to go in for a dive here, and Rafiki and Storm able to get 2 early kills, and Wonderstrike's actually going to be dived here by the Genji. He's able to be taken down, so going to be some really nice kills coming over from them. It looks like they're going to be able to just steamroll onto this point right now. Some kills actually coming back for them, and Spirit, though, is just able to dominate that, and it looks like they're just going to be able to take this point, no problemo.
It's a nice variation of what we saw happen, like I said, in the first stage of Overwatch League, though. Because up there, what they usually did is they sort of took that poke from that Junkrat and the Widow a little bit, and then they went in with like a Valkyrie, because Mercy was still really good back then with the reses, so they wanted to have the Valkyrie advantage. And they did the same thing with Pandemonium this time around. They charged up the nano boost and they just sent Rafiki in, just charged up and all. Now the blade's coming in straight away. He's likely going to take a Wonderstruck, but does get charged away. Nice charge from Wolf.
Oh,
How does
wow.
that happen?
Wolf hunting for that one, and Storm's gonna get traded out, and I don't really... That's an unfavorable trade for him, and there's a huge EMP.
Nice EMP.
Butterfly is really not under control at all in this. Recurve and Bugo is able to get some really nice kills there. And Bam Bam is going to be DMX'd and taken down by Surtur Titan. And here comes the Diva Bomb. See how much it can get from it. It's able to get one, it's able to get Icy Suspect, and see if they can be able to contest this.
Wolf, another charge kill,
Oh,
though.
Wolf!
And
Wow,
a Shatter.
Storm goes down with it.
He's just
and
single-handedly going to pull this back, it seems.
He might. Dirty Prince is able to get one to help him out, but Wolf is able to get another one.
If you first charge a Genji into the wall that's ulting, then come back from the respawn, then charge a Lucio that has sound barrier, and then just shatter half a team, I mean, there's not a bit of... It's hard to find a heavier backpack. I think that's where I'm getting at. Like, honestly, that is very hard to do, and I gotta almost say that's almost on the attacker is like letting him get away with that, because that just shouldn't happen, in all honesty. And now we see them switch over to 3-3 on both sides. Defenders will have a little bit of an old advantage, but there is the sound barrier on Bugo that could be very, very large, a very difference making.
Yeah, of course. And let's see how Bam Bam, if they're gonna launch this into the small corridor, especially with all of them being in it. And there's also that Coalescence on the side of Dirty Prince, and of course that Coalescence is gonna be popped out here. And that sound barrier, like I said, Wolf, another one. He's gonna be taken out by Rafiki. That Diva Bomb just gonna clip the wall and not even get anything from it. And here comes a Graviton Surge. This could be huge if they're able to find some. With that Transcendence is gonna be popped there from Pandemonium. They're not able to get to deny anything better. There's gonna be a Hertz Shatter from it, and Rafiki is getting so low, and Wolf's not able to find Bugo with that Earth Stab, not able to get anything from it. Actually, I say that when Wolf actually kills Bugo, and Bam Bam's actually gonna get DMAC'd here, and it looks like Spirit's just gonna back out from this fight.
Oh, they take... yeah, Icy Suspect with them. That's a good kill. They can come in, no bubbles. They can win the main tank battle straight away. And that Graph comes out. No bubble protection from that one either. So, nice self-destruct. Takes Diva out of mech. This is a good one. I think that pin from Rafiki kind of pulls everything back because they were retreating there.
Yeah. And they will just go straight back in. This may just win them. And...
It should. This really should.
Yeah,
if Wolf comes back and does this again, that's not okay. I mean, the sound barrier just prolonged their suffering, but that's a good shatter from Rafiki. And now they really gotta get. They gotta get some kills here on the defense, and it's gonna be hard when they're transcended. So.
Oh yeah,
I think they're gonna be fine here from Spirit, but. Oh, that stall. This is what people. So this is what players always refer to when they say, "Oh, the assault is broken," and you can say it is, but you and also see the way that they're stalling. Right, they're coming back one by one. They're playing it as a team, and I think the bigger problem you'll find is if you don't play as a team, that becomes hard to deal with. But they did it well on Spirit. Took a bit longer than they maybe could have because of the outstanding plays of Wolf. I'm glad that Rafiki saw that come in and says, you know what? If you can pull things back and do ridiculous things on Reinhardt, I'll just reciprocate and get my team the point. Because that's what Rafiki really did. That charge on Icy Suspect just opened everything up there.
Very much, and Wolf was trying his best to get those pins. There was, what, 3-4 excellent pins coming in, especially those early ones.
Very well.
And that Earth Shatter to pull it back. I mean,
and you gotta really, if you're in the chat now, you gotta really start wondering, maybe I won't vote for a DPS or healer this time. Maybe I'll just go for a main tank. I know Icy Suspect's doing damage on the Pharah, but he can't play Pharah on this map. So, you can also look at other players this time. And Wolf and Rafiki both making pretty good cases for themselves. That they're pulling stuff back here. I don't know if I like this defensive setup, the Bastion over the Junkrat, but then again, it's their choice. If they practice with this Bastion, then that could be very, very effective for them.
Yeah,
I don't know. Do you think though, this is fun? Do you think we're gonna see a quad DPS attack with a double support, or you think Wolf is just gonna take a shot, switch over to a Wrecking Ball or something?
It could happen.
I think that maybe they're just scouting with Bam Bam. I don't know what's gonna happen in all honesty.
I'd love for them to go for it.
Right now. I love them to go for it, but I don't think they're gonna get far. I mean, they do a lot of damage on the shield, but
I mean, they can't really went Torbjorn. I mean,
But that's different. Because they still had tanks with it, etc. And it was on Ilios well. Because different map and a different composition around it. Storm might get in trouble with the Trolley soon, though, because Trolley's going for a very far back flank. So he's either waiting for spawn camps, or he wants to go on Storm. He misses the hookup. I don't know. He might also try and boot people forward from the high ground. He's just waiting right now for his team, I suppose. Sombra's also behind now, so Bam Bam and the Trolley going on Storm together now do get the kill.
That's gonna be a really nice kill from them there, and they're able to dive into this point most likely due to that kill. Bam Bam's in the background, he's on the point, be able to just get a tick by himself here. But it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna be happening here. See if Bam Bam's gonna actually get a really nice hack here, but it looks like they're not able to push in with us. Dirty Prince and Trolley are gonna go down here, but he's gonna get revived as a Trolley on that Hammond. Now Baptiste, that invincible barrier is gonna be going down for them, and there's that push.
Recurve going back to the point to defend it with that Trolley and Bam Bam taking it out together. I would have liked to have a little bit more spy check on Bam Bam a bit sooner, because now they're being pushed away. Sir Dr. Titan does have the ult come out, so they could still pull this back. Haven't lost by any means, just lost to Diva. And they're trading out pretty okay. There's nothing really bad right now. Pandemonium's in the safe spot. Google going down, that's problematic though. But Sir Dr. Titan and Rafiki are still there with Pandemonium as a heal. Then Pandemonium gets taken down by Wolf, so it's still chaotic. But the respawns are coming in from both teams. It's usually favors the attackers, but I really don't know in this situation.
Yeah, and here comes Valkyrie's gonna be popped over on the side of Wonderstrike, and there's that EMP able to get two. And Rafiki's gonna go down, and Recruiter's actually gonna be taken out of his mega. It looks like they may be able to get this point, which is really good. And Icy Suspect still has his Dragon Blade, and it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to use it, as they're going to be able to get this point. And it looks like they may just dive in there. Of course, going to be having Wolf on that Hanzo to see how he's going to be able to use that Dragon. And how do you think they're going to approach this?
Bam Bam going down soon. I mean, Storm went down late, but then Bam Bam went out even later. So Storm's now on the right pick. Bam Bam's likely going to stay on the Sombra here. But they're gonna have trouble. I mean, that Dragon really shouldn't get that much value, and that Blade can easily be shut down by 3-3. Does get Bugo, won't get much more, I think.
Probably not. Yeah. You're looking at it, and Sir Titan actually is gonna be hacked here, but Rafiki's able to get a double onto Icy and Wonder. Bam Bam's able to chip it out onto Panda, but Wolf Maturity and Trility is gonna go down, as well as Prince, and that's just gonna be that fight over with a little bit before that, really, even.
Yeah, this is kind of showing why you see a lot of Overwatch League teams switch over to the 3-3 straight away after point A. It doesn't matter what ults you have, because the 3-3 can deal with all those ultimates just at au naturel so well already. And that's just what they're showing here. So Recurve doesn't have the bomb anymore, already used that obviously. But we'll see the two support ults coming up already. Pandemonium will have the Coalescence, or Dr. Titan will have the Brigitte ults, the Rally. And Bam Bam is going to try and get away. Will be able to make it. Very low health, though, so that was risky. Nice charge from Rafiki. Was bubbled, but still nice charge.
Yeah, and here comes that Rally. They're going to be taken out very early into this. Prince is able to get Sir Titan on that Brigitte, and Storm's actually able to get Tracy, and Tracy going to come out from both teams. 2 players down for each team. It's going to be a 4-on-4. Wolf is getting pretty low here, and Bugo is actually going to be able to go down. That may be huge. Recurve is out of mech, and Butterfly is looking really nice right now for them. Dirty Prince is actually going to be traded out here.
Coming back with a shatter, though.
That can be
huge. The shatter in the back, actually.
Oh.
Still, though, Wolf going down. This should be a good defense. What happened on the side, which you might have not seen on the stream, is Recurve was chasing down Bam Bam. So both Bam Bam and Recurve were out of that fight. Recurve eventually won that, but I mean, I don't know who you'd rather miss from a fight. I think missing a Sombra is fine if you take away the enemy's Diva. I don't know. I think it's sort of an equal, but even a more valuable trait for you as attackers. It's a bit odd. I don't know. I think you would rather miss your Sombra than miss your Diva in most situations.
Especially with that EMP. And that especially on this point, because if you're able to get that onto 4 players, then you're
Recurve already is just behind them again.
Oh, and here comes the ultimates. They are free firing right now. Recurve's able to get 1 trace back. You guys are going to be hacked here, and that chance is going to be popped on Dirty Prince. See if they can get anything out of it. Storm's able to get 1, Storm is going to be going down. Dirty Prince is going to be jetted out by Bugo, and it's going to be a battle to see who's going to be able to get this. Wolf is does have that Earth Shot. Is not it. He's able to get Pandemonium with it in here, and Rally's gonna be popped over here on the side of Dirter Titan, Sorter Titan, and Bugas does have that sound barrier. Seeing he's gonna be using that. It looks like he doesn't even need to, as it trades, and the fight came back for them on the side of Spirit. And it looks like they're just trying to poke him down here, pushing so far up.
Yeah, they're definitely pushing far up, but you can do so. Like, if you have the 3-3 composition, you can be just pushing them back into spawn until they're all regrouped. If you keep staggering them, why not? I mean, you move as a unit anyways. Either you fight there or you fight here. The map geometry doesn't matter that much to you. No, not really a lot of high ground or environmental stuff to take into consideration. It's just walls.
Yeah, definitely.
Old situation is pretty even right now. I don't really want to give it to anyone, but that EMP could change most of it. You see Bam Bam already being in position for that one. And they're not spy checking that much, I think. Recurve was doing more of that before.
And there's a hack going to be coming out on the side of Butterfly right now. See if they can get much out of his Titan is going to be going down. Here comes a Graviton Surge and a Sound Barrier. Vicky's able to get Wonderstruck here. Rafika's going to be chatted out here, and Wolf and Dirty Prince are going to be going on. That's going to be this fight very quickly done here, and there's just ultimates being thrown at them, and they're not able to deal with it.
Yeah, so the way that fight mostly went is Spirit was so spread out that Bam Bam didn't EMP the front line. So Rafiki wasn't shattered. They could counter shatter, and with that grab that also came out from Storm, it was just a very much large time. There was a lot of time being bought there before the EMP wore off. Then they could use the sound barrier, and they could sort of recover because they had the second shatter, they had the grab, they had everything just come out at the right time. So unfortunate for Bam Bam, but you gotta always choose. Like, do you or do you not EMP the Lucio? And this time he chose to do so.
Yeah, and here we go. Storm is able to get one onto Wonderstruck, and Atrality is going to be going down as with it. And there's 3 early kills here, and huge kills, really. And it's just going to be a wipe for them, and Spirit's looking dominant.
In this space, they're not going to be able to cap that second point. I mean, if they are, I mean, they have some ultimates that could do it. Again, they have an EMP, they have the support ultimate, they have basically everything but the rally. And they don't have as much on the defense, especially in support ultimates they're lacking. So they could cap it here, but it will be in overtime. So they will not be securing themselves a second round of attack, but they might be able to go for a draw after that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to be coming out of here. And the ultimates are just going to be coming in at a premium right now, as Rafiki still does have that Earth Shatter, and Titan's able to get a Wolf in overtime right now, and Titan's able to get another one, and so is Rafiki's gonna add on to that one. There's 4 kills on the side for Spirit, and overtime's gonna take down. It's gonna be 1-1 in this series. Spirit able to pull it back.
Job for Spirit. I think they were very smart in that last fight to sort of engage themselves, because they could have, I wouldn't say they could have waited for the attack coming in from Butterfly Effect. But Butterfly Effect wasn't that quick on their engagement. They could have started with the EMP and the grab. They could have just done that sooner, but the EMP didn't come out in the right fashion, so Recurve ate the grab. Actually, I think Wonderstruck was already down at that point, so they lost a member, and then they sort of started to initiate, but they were a bit slow on the trigger. If you set that up a bit quicker, then you can deny ultimate usage and plays being made from the defense, which Spirit was just allowed to pull the trigger first. And you know, if that happens, then you can't really follow up on your EMP, and you sort of follow their pace rather than making them follow your pace, which is exactly what happened there, the Butterfly Effect. So they had the ultimate advantage, but they didn't have the setup and the pace to abuse it.
Yeah, of course, and like you said before, maybe it was a strategic map to go for, and I think it might have been, because they were in control of that map entirely.
Yeah, we're gonna see ban on Eichenwald as well, so there's no hybrids left in the pool right now, as far as I'm aware. So they could go to Junkertown or Dorado. Ilios, Oasis are also still up. Any other map is right now not playable because yeah, I mean, you can't play 2CP, the same game mode, twice in a row. So Hanamura and Paris might be played later. But for now, we're going to go to either Ilios, Oasis, Junkertown, or Dorado, depending on which map and butterfly effect you choose.
Yes, it's gonna be interesting, and let's see if there's gonna be a fair and play for this next map, and Junkertown will be the next map.
I doubt there will be a fire on Junkertown.
Yeah,
I mean, So the interesting thing about Junkertown is that, well, with a lot of escort maps and a lot of hybrid maps as well, the first phase you generally see is not really that open. I mean, there's some open areas, and there's usually some work that snipers could do. But Junkertown sort of has their streets phase come before the first phase. That is like the characteristic of a lot of escort and hybrid maps. So, for instance, on Dorado, snipers get better when you're on the second, towards the second checkpoint. Same thing goes for Numbani, for Gibraltar. Like, snipers just keep getting better and better as you go through the map. And with Junkertown, they sort of keep getting worse when you go through the map. So it's kind of like a reverse and shuffle escort or hybrid map when it comes to that.
Widow will be saved.
Is saved. Yeah, I mean, it's Junkertown. If you're not going to allow your snipers to play snipers on Junkertown, I don't really know what's going on anymore. But, it's Widow is not one of those picks where you say, oh, then we ban this hero because then she's going to becoming useless. The most direct ban towards Widow I could see happening is either you ban a Hanzo so there's no double sniper potential or not an effective one. You could maybe ban a Mercy so she doesn't have the pocket really going on, so she has to sort of stay with the team a little bit more sometimes or within sightlines. And possibly maybe like something like a Wrecking Ball so they can't run like a triple DPS attack like that. Because they always have to have two tanks. Because Wrecking Ball is really the only tank you can run solo nowadays.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to be pulling out here. Possibly, do you think there's a possibility of a pirate ship?
There is a possibility of a pirate ship. And pirate ship right now, I think mostly refers to you just have an Orisa and a Bastion on the card. Everything around that nowadays is very subjective. Because you used to see pirate ship in Season 1 from the Overwatch League, where you had, Orisa and Roadhog and two snipers and something like that.
Well, Orisa's banned.
But Orisa's banned, so if they're going to run a pirate ship, it will have to be with a Reinhardt, and not a lot of people like running a pirate ship with a Reinhardt. It's just because the sustain of that shield is not as good as Orisa's. Sure, you can change the angles a little bit better, but no one has a shield management to block all of that. So maybe they'll still run it, but I'm more inclined to see something like a double sniper dive going out, or maybe even a triple DPS. And you could even see sort of a triple sniper or quadruple sniper even, if you count Anain. There's possibilities here, and I'm curious to see how they react to the Orisa ban or whether it will actually affect them whatsoever. Because we're going to see Spirit on attack straight away. They obviously saved Widowmaker, so I'm expecting that to come out. But then again, you can also debate the other team. Say, we want to save Widowmaker, so you think we're going to go for that. But then actually we're just going to go with a 3-3 and win that way because you're expecting us to come out with Widow, so you're going to have snipers. I don't know. It's
psychology
always,
major.
It's not really, but it could be. There's a lot of options here, and Junkertown is really one of those maps where I'm not saying no one has figured it out yet, but especially with the hero pick and ban system, and these two heroes being banned and saved, it's really a combination that I don't think I've ever seen before. It makes it a very interesting map, and for now, it does seem like they want to run out with. So Reinhardt and Zarya, which is obviously a very nice duo, but then they're gonna go with a solo heal Mercy possibly, and a double sniper and Sombra. Obviously, when you don't have that Orisa, taking different angles is gonna be easier because there's not as much of a bunker set up from the defense, also not from the offense though. And they're gonna run into a relatively heavy as a quad DPS defense. And okay, so they're gonna switch over to that dive. I think that's wise. But Pandemonium is gonna have a bad time on that Zenyatta because he cannot go anywhere. He doesn't really have anyone to peel for him against 4 DPS, especially Genshin Tracer. He's gonna be on top of him all the time.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna be able to play against that. And Surtur Titan's able to get a really nice early pick there on the Icy, and picks are coming in really nice. Titan's able to get 2 early on, and
They do res
Wonders.
Wonderstruck, but will that be enough? Because they're already soloing their face. You snipe from long range, guys. Let Wonderstruck get some space here.
they do not want that to happen. And Storm
Nope.
and Recurve's able to get summoned. This is looking very, very good for Spirit right now. Maybe Li Zhang was just a warm-up.
I mean, so they set up the defense relatively close, but then they sort of waited until they came out, and they were completely scouted out within the first half second. As soon as they walked out, it's fun, like, oh, on the roof, there's a Wrecking Ball, and there's other stuff happening. We know they have multi-DPS, because otherwise you don't run a Wrecking Ball nowadays. At least most teams don't. And then it kind of unfolded up there. Wolf was not able to do anything, but just got sniped by Sir Dr. Titan. And you see just coming out straight away. They're sort of cemented around that cart, and they really have a nice area that they're working with right now.
Yeah, definitely, and kills are coming in definitely in favor and in bulk for Spirit right now as they're able to get the first point. And they're going to go on to street phase with 5 minutes left to get it done. And
Ooh,
Booga's
I see
actually...
suspect over to the Hanzo.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting, especially with that switch.
I get it. You want to sort of give Wonderstruck more opportunity to battle a sniper. So if there's 2 snipers, it's always going to be harder, because you have to watch more than one angle. But Bam Bam going down there, not going to be able to be rezzed. That is already a problem. I mean, Bam Bam is close to that EMP. They kind of need that EMP to come out here.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a nice
nice.
pulse bomb there from Wolf. And here comes a Dragon. Wolf's able to get Pandemonium as well. Storm's going to get low here. And he's actually able to take down Wolf there with that Tracer.
I said Wolf was doing well on the Reinhardt, but if you take out both supports, you just straight away end the fight. So definitely nice play on the Tracer as well. They're trading out a little bit here. I think Icy Suspect might also be rezzed. They're just trading out back and forth, just snipers, and then being rezzed, and then another kill, and another kill. Nice self-destruct will take out Icy Suspect. I mean, this is Overwatch like we haven't seen it in quite a while. Just because we don't see much of these heroes. Yeah, this is kind of how Dive used to go, in a little less organized fashion.
But there's gonna be 2 over on the side for that Ham and on neutrality, and Rafika's gonna be going down here from that ultimate from the mines, and Steve is just caught in the background right now. Recurve is just wow. He's just gonna get caught, and Wolf's gonna try to go. Yeah, he's gonna try to chase him down, but not able to get anything from it. As he is actually able to get served, but give me that and see how they're gonna be able to regroup here. And what do you think needs to happen from Pandemonium to have some really good effect on this next fight?
Yeah, Pandemonium's finally gotta actually use that Transcendence once again, because they just gotta get somewhere. But it's hard, right? Like this is one of those metas and one of those games where I'm like, yeah, I could put a lot of analysis out, but they're just hitting their shots. That's really all it is. Even the positioning, etc., really doesn't have that much to do with it, because as soon as the sniper takes the right angle, they just only have to do is click on the head.
Yeah, and there was a questionable Transcendence there.
Yeah.
Because they weren't even in a fight. Icy Suspect's actually able to get served there, and Bugo's gonna go down as well. And there's 3 kills down for Spirit. Pandemonium's just over on the side. Bam Bam's able to take down Rafiki. And Spirit's just gonna try to move this payload a little bit by himself.
You gotta wonder whether they really need the Zenyatta. I think it's fine when Pandemonium switches to over to DPS or a different support. Lucio could be fine, Moira and Ana, like anything else could also work. Or just another DPS, like a soldier or something. Icy Suspect is now on the Reaper. I don't know if that's going to work out as well as the Hanzo was, but it's a thing. We see both infra sites coming out at least.
Yeah, and that's going to be interesting as well as Surge able to take down Dirty Prince here. And there's that Mercy and that Ham are going to be down here. Spirit's looking good right now. We'll see if they can get anything else from it. And they do have to dodge these mines. It's not able to work that well. As Bam Bam's able to get Pandemonium on that Zenyatta. And Fika's able to get Wonderstruck in. Icy's going to go down here as well. This defense needs to find some traction. And it's just Wolf right now. He just pulls out that pulse bomb. It's not able to get anything. Here comes the Valkyrie's going to be coming out from Hugo. And there's 2 EMPs going to be coming out under the Rafika and Recurve. And this defense not able to find anything. There's just those snipers they're able to put so much pressure, and then the front line's able to do the rest of the work.
Yeah, it was definitely Rafiki and Recurve having a very nice chase. First of all, into Wonderstruck. Was not happy about that lightning cannon coming his way. And, oh, I see Suspect. That was an assassination and a half. Just teleports behind Storm and takes him out. That is... The new Reaper teleport will do that to you sometimes now. And Bugo also getting taken down by Wolf. They're actually getting back into this pretty quickly. And again, how do you get a Widow twice on Reaper? Like, you would think that Storm would just run away from that, right? But just a very nice prediction of where it was going to go, probably.
Yeah, it didn't really work out that well.
That is a very hot Reaper there.
Yeah. Well, here's Reaper of Souls, so... Well,
that is very true.
Yeah. He's
gonna
gonna be
sort of
got here by 4 players.
not
I think.
anymore. Oh, that was nice
go
kill.
down.
That was nice. They were all turning
Yeah.
around for him that time. So nice Diva Matrix. There's a
And another
Transcendence just to make sure they
questionable-
can walk forward. I don't know if it's questionable. They just wanted to push forward, all out of their room, but then Storm and Bugo don't really follow him. So he still has to go back and forth. If you use that Transcendence, that they're really push forward with the entire team and actually dive in. Because Hanzo also gets that, Sunyata also gets that speed boost at that point. Then it's sort of fine. Like, the timing didn't really bother me. It was mostly that the team didn't actually move with the Transcendence. That might be a communication thing. They're really on IC Suspect now. They're really aware of what he's trying to do now.
Yeah, and he does have that ultimate, and he's on that Reaper.
It could get a lot of value. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it really could. It's a high value
It really could.
ultimate.
But they've seen him now, and Rafiki is obviously not a nice target to 1v1 to Reaper with. But yeah, it takes down Rafiki there. Pandemonium not
he's
able
to
to
get one.
Oh, but actually, but there's the res is coming back and forth. The trade's coming out, and IC Suspect going down again. No res this time, but Wolf doing so much damage on the Tracer. Takes down 2 again.
And are they gonna be able to push this forward? It looks like they are going to
they
be
make
able
it.
to. Yeah, they're able to get the 3 right now.
Sombra. Oh, that is such a shame. Batman could have definitely touched that. Was so close to an EMP as well. Oh well, we're not gonna call the Charney Niner. They were very underhanded there, but yeah, good, very good one. I really like that. Yeah, I really like that push there. A lot of good picks. The DPS from both sides. 30 seconds left on the clock, so they actually do have something to work with. But you know, finishing the map in itself is can already be a real feat here in Junkertown. So let's see what Butterfly Effect can do. Because Spirit has really come back into this series. They really looked a bit shaky on Li Jiang, but definitely not the case here. And also not on the last map we saw, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, winning that one and bringing it up to 1-1 in the series. And by the way, we haven't brought this up at the beginning of the cast, but the MVP poll, the MVP poll is active, and you can vote for your favorite player of the series and whoever you think deserves the MVP so far. Might want to hang on to it just a tad bit to the last map, but of course you always have that in your back pocket whenever you, so please to use it. Don't be too late on using it though, as it does close at some point, and we will announce that at the end of the cast. But...
Definitely, yeah, obviously, and some people might be taken by storm or have been wonderstruck, or you know, could be a little suspicious. I don't know. I'm trying to make some puns with people's names, but not really working out so far. Yeah, vote for people, guys. It was definitely a nice one. I have to think of AC/DC every time I see this name, but I just don't want to do the actual AC/DC voice with it. Nice aggressive defense here. The 3-3 straight A coming out. This is what they wanted to do with that dive composition on the defensive butterfly effect, but they didn't make that first move. They sort of waited too long, and not the case from Spirit. They just walk out and take a kill, because why not?
Why
You're
not?
there for a reason, right? And they have the McCree, so they can actually deal with flankers to a degree, like double stun, but the McCree does get taken down. Wolf not afraid to dive in there somehow.
Yeah, apparently not. He has been very, very fearless, especially on Junkertown, and now Wonder's actually able to get Panda there. And Bam Bam's actually going to be tethered out here. And they're able to move this
double,
out.
but I see Suspect so free to move around. Gonna have that same problem that they have last time, but they do have Storm on the McCree this time. I was doing a lot of work on Widow, so I'm suspecting that's a decent hit scan. I mean, we've seen the decent hit scan, but they really need to do an IC Suspect, because this is going to be a very quick attack if they don't.
Yeah, and he's already got 2 there just in the kill feed, just looking up at it, and like I said, they definitely need to deal with that. And And maybe that Diva's there for
Look at
it.
the ult charge difference, like straight away. It's just I suspect the Wolf already got it. Wonderstruck and Dirty Prince very close. The other side now they have to switch off almost all their heroes. So the only thing they're gonna be close to is a Coalescence. Double sniper though, I don't mind it. I definitely think Icy Suspect has to switch off very quickly because he's not gonna be able to stay alive much longer against that.
Yeah,
Goes down straight away as well. As soon as Sage, the Hanzo arrow in the face.
He does have that barrage, so I wouldn't mind it if he sticked on it for just a tad bit longer.
No. That is, Pharah is one of those heroes where it really doesn't matter if you have an ultimate. As soon as there's a Widowmaker on the other side, you just swap off. Especially point A Junkertown. What are you gonna do when she has literally the entire map? She can look into your spawn from when she's standing right now. Like Storm can actually just deny Icy Suspect to come past the first bridge. So I'm not a fan of them sticking on it. They're gonna do it. I'm just not a fan of it because I think they're not gonna get the value. They shouldn't get the value, normally speaking.
That's not a good example of a good barrage.
It was close, and actually the approach was very smart as well. But you know, they just have the peel because they're looking for it, so like they know it's gonna come. I don't know if they baited it in, but yeah, Icy Suspect now realizing, yeah, that Pharah's not gonna do anything. Switching over to Hanzo. They're getting some trades here, but yeah, it's not. They don't really have that spawn advantage anymore that you normally have when you start on this map. It's about as far, a little bit of a spawn advantage for the attackers, but it's almost negligible. They found Wolf though. Ooh, Wolf gotta run.
Wolf gotta run and hide at the same time, but unless there's just if they probably don't have it. And
they're fighting on the second point. You haven't even kept first yet, guys. Come on. I know you're ambitious, but that's maybe a bit over ambitious.
Oh, Wonderstruck! What was that? That was... He just randomly quickscoped and got a kill.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, nice. I mean, that's what we were expecting, but on the other hand, like half of the other team of Spirit was already on the second point fighting, you know, to defending against Bam Bam and Wolf. And again, I really don't agree with him going that far in. Like I said, you hadn't even capped point A yet. You haven't decisively won a fight yet. You don't want to start fighting there because you really don't need to.
Yeah, counting your eggs before they hatch is
basically
how to go there.
Nice EMP though.
Yeah, it's able to get 2 of 4 and then see if they can capitalize from it. It's able to get 2 Sir and Bugo. And Storm's actually able to get really low right now. He's able to get Wolf though, who's on that Genji. And Wonderstruck's able to trade out for Storm. And it's looking very interesting as Butterfly do need to.
It looks very nice.
They're looking very good right now, and it looks like they're going to be able to take this to the second point, at least.
They took down that Mercy straight away. That's a very big pick, though. Damage boost for your Widow. Wonderstruck gets traded out straight away. The other side does get rezzed as well. So both teams at a very equal point as we are right now. We both have the Dragon, they have the Valkyrie, and the Primal on the other side. So not much to separate these teams, but Storm has just been hitting the shots today. Actually very nice to see.
Yeah, very nice. Getting that melee kill onto Wolf, and here comes a Dragon. And it's able to actually get Dirty Prince there. Get some other. They do have that Valkyrie, and Icy just trying to hold on right now as...
You gotta wait. I mean, Mercy's your only healer. You're not gonna get through a fight without that healer. Especially Neutrality is gonna have a lot of trouble with that. And you want Wonderstruck and Icy Suspect to have a possible damage boost.
Yeah, with that Valkyrie.
There? Why is Wonderstruck there? There's just these questions. So, like, why are you there? You're never gonna get that shot off or that angle.
Yeah, you gotta be pro to get some of these shots they've been going for. But Storm is able to get Icy Suspect, and Neutrality is gonna be going down here. Recurve is able to get Dirty Prince. And nice fight, or just nice fighting coming out from the side of Spirit, able to get those picks very early on and able to swing the fight into their advantage very well.
Yeah, see Pandemonium being on that Moira as well. Like, it's so hard for them to dive on anything because there isn't really a backline. Everything has mobility, everything can get away. I think Sir Dr. Titan might be the most static hero on their team. And with wall climb and that lunge, that actually says something.
Yeah, and here comes the area denial, and it's not able to get anything so far from him. Pandemonium's actually able to get up here with the orb. And there's 35 seconds left for Butterfly to try to cap the second point. They have not looked dominant whatsoever on the second point, or even more on the first point, other than the last fight.
That first point was really all in the back of the EMP and getting the right pickoffs, but they really haven't been able to do that anymore. So big problems for them there. Dirty Prince again going out of recurve this time. They gotta find a window in, but they don't have that much time. Nice Dragon will actually do something there, I think. And the Blade gets Bugo. That's a big pick. Also get recurve on the D.Va there. Ooh,
yeah,
nice
there's a nice hack gonna be coming out, and Sir's not able to find anything, and they're gonna go into overtime again. Let's see if Spirit's actually able to stop it this time. It doesn't look like they are going to be able to. Actually, possibly, since the Smoker and the Winston are in here. Storm's actually able to get Wonderstruck. That's going to dampen their spirits a little bit, but the D.Va's also going to be coming in here. And here comes the D.Va. Let's see if we can get anything about D.Va. Determined to see if we can get a Dirty Prince there. Will's actually going to be able to go down as well. And overtime is ticking down for them in this fight. And this map is over. Spirit swings it in their way. It's 2-1 as they close it out on Junkertown. And let's see, they're definitely up in the series, and Butterfly's backs are against the wall right now on Icy Suspect, with no suspect of anyone other getting it. And that's the second time I've said that. I'm sorry. But
nice job for getting to play the game, though. Like, it was a very nice first attack. Just comes out of spawn, kills 2 or 3 people.
Yeah,
that's
it's
free.
Just...
Even
yeah,
4.
It's very
No,
nicely done.
Only 3. Unfortunately, only 3.
Yeah, unfortunately. Only 3.
That last fight was looking to go very well there for Butterfly Effect, but I think their main issue was that they had the wrong heroes in the wrong place. Like, you don't want to have Icy Suspect trying to, fight them on the big health pack. If anyone, that could be a Trollity, because, a Wrecking Ball can just survive for a bit longer. And then you need your Hanzo to do damage on range. But they had the other way around. Wrecking Ball was just sitting on the cart, not being able to do much with the Mercy. And then their snipers were trying to frontline. So you gotta switch those positions around sometimes. You gotta have a Trollity not push the cart, because that's never Hammond's job, I feel.
Yeah, and the ban is gonna be coming out from Spirit. Let's see what they're gonna be banning here. It's gonna be interesting to see. And personally, my favorite map, this may be a little biased, but I want to see Elios. No, come on. I was just about to say I want to see Elios, but yeah.
Can I say that I saw that coming? I don't know if I could say that I saw that coming, to be honest.
Mind reader.
I would say maybe, though. I think the thing is, Ilios is maybe a little more. No, I'm not. But like the way that Ilios works as a map, I think it's a little more risky, especially with environmental plays, etc. And Oasis provides the same sort of gameplay that Oasis can, but just with a little more option for other stuff. So Junkertown, so like Dorado and Oasis being left in the pool is rather nice, and we also still have Paris, so it's all to play for. Going to Oasis, though, I mean, it's a good Pharah map. That's all I'll say. So I'm expecting Spirit to ban. Oh no, Spirit can ban. So they can save something that has to deal with Pharah, but yeah, Pharah's not going to be banned this time. It's not. So yeah,
you say that and then watch it be banned.
No. If IB Suspect is not allowed to play Pharah on this map, I don't even know what you're gonna do as Butterfly Effect. Like, they won Li Zhang largely on the back of that Pharah play. So saying that you're not gonna use that Pharmacy, or at least the Pharah here on Oasis, where it's a very good Pharah map. Let's be honest. That would be ridiculous. I would really. Honestly, then I would like to see them win the series, and I would like to ask them afterwards, why the hell did you ban the Pharah or not play it here? Because that's just, I don't know. It would be more than surprising.
More than surprising, yeah. Curry will be saved. McCree, of course, because no one has the extra time to put in another letter to say McCree. Nope, that doesn't happen. We just say Cree.
Yeah, it's some people are confused whether it's Macree, so you put the A there or not. So yeah, I can imagine that people just want to be sure and just say Cree, because those 4 letters are in there. I don't know. It's not something I do, but I get it. They've also been very short with their maps. Icon mod was Ike. Temple of Inu was just this temple, I think. So like they've been rather short with their wording so far.
Yeah, it's
Widow is always Widow. You don't say Widowmaker. Rarely anyone says her full name. So.
Or WM for some reason. I've heard
they
people
banned
say
the D.Va. Yes, obviously they do, because Recurve cannot fly into Ivy Suspect space when he doesn't have D.Va. do that with. So it will either have to be a fire matchup, or they're going to go with some snipers, or at least the McCree. Obviously they saved the McCree to be able to deal with the Pharah as the McCree. That didn't really look so successful in Junkertown. So I don't know. This could turn out to be a 2-2. Butterfly Effect at least ready for that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they are gonna be going over with, and teams will be ready here in a second. We already have had a bio leak earlier, so let's hope there's not another one. But
I think the main thing we're gonna see. So just speculating wildly here, right? What if Butterfly Effect wins this map and then they can basically force to go to Assault as the last map, or they could make one of the Assault maps will not be there. Because after this map, the only maps in the pool left will be Dorado, Hanamura, and Paris. And if they win this one, they get to ban a map. So if they ban Dorado, then you have to go to Hanamura or Paris. But you could also just ban all the Assault maps, and then Spirit gets to pick the map type and the map that belongs to that. So that's something that's gonna come in later. We have a slight DC issue, so we can speculate wildly. We have some time. That's fine.
Well, what's a cast without an internet and an issue?
I mean, so it's I don't know. I've had them. They're actually not that rare. It just depends, It's it depends on what region you will do tournaments in or casts in. So for Europe, it also happens relatively frequently, but also depends on what countries players are from sometimes, because infrastructure differs a lot in Europe.
Yeah,
like if there's Dutch or British or French people, the internet usually doesn't die. When it gets a little more obscure, and like in the Slavic European parts, sometimes it doesn't work that well. So yeah, it just happened, but usually you get it back online pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hope that Rafiki comes back here, because Spirit without Rafiki is not the same.
Yeah. I've only had my internet die once while casting, and my other caster was able to pick it up beautifully, but it sucked because it just randomly dropped for about like 30 seconds, and then everything had to boot back up, which my router takes like 5 minutes too, and it sucked. But
I mean, it's a bit annoying. I'll get it. I've never had it myself. I've had my game crash once or twice for I don't know what for. Maybe your graphic card is didn't have its drivers updated. There could be very small things where your game sometimes just stops.
I don't think I've ever had that happen though.
I mean, it's happened. Like I said, it's happened like once or twice. So it's a very, very rare issue for 3 years having the game now almost. But it's okay. We're gonna hopefully get into the game back soon. Obviously, we're still heading to Oasis with Butterfly Effect versus Spirit. It's a 2-1 for Spirit right now, so they could take the series straight away here. But I don't know. I have a sneaky suspicion that IC Suspect is gonna do very well here.
Yeah, and just a quick question while we're waiting for this. What do you think of the Overwatch League so far? Personally, I haven't watched any of the Overwatch League Season 2, though. How are you? No, I haven't at all.
Oh, that's a shame. I really think you should. So, like, we were watching this map on Junkertown right now, right? Where there's a lot of DPS going on. And I actually said it at some point, as like as an analyst or an analytical person, it's rough to say anything about it because they're just hitting their shots. That's almost all it really was. There wasn't a lot of... There were some positional errors, etc. But they really weren't... They were not as important as they're going to be with a 3-3 meta or a more heavy-oriented meta. So, team play is not as important, and certain factors are not as important as they are in the current Overwatch League meta. The way these teams play and the structure that's surrounding the current meta there, even with DPS, it looks so smooth and so organized that you really can talk about a lot more. I think that's really what I appreciate about watching Overwatch League, is just the level of coordination and just obviously the level of play. But just the level of coordination, the way teams rotate, the way supports play, the way tanks play, the way everything really plays. Even DPS that is still being played there is also... It's very intelligent the way they go about these things. So
Yeah.
that's what you sometimes... You don't actually necessarily miss it when you cast at a lower level or where you look at games at a lower level. But with more DPS competitions coming out, also more chaos and just pure, oh, we hit the shot moments come out. So I wouldn't say that makes it less interesting or makes it boring to a degree, but I think the variation between the two is very nice. And that's why I like the hero ban system here. But I also don't mind the way it has been going in Overwatch League so far. Because there's definitely teams that just refuse to play the 3-3 a lot of occasions. So yeah, it's always a bit it's sort of been a bit of a ramble there, but yeah.
And you do kind of expect that high or really high skill level from those pro players, of course, being broadcasted in front of hundreds of thousands of people. And I do love seeing some really high play. I mean, of course, I commentate for some CS:GO tournaments here and there, and I watch a lot of professional CS, and you can definitely tell the differences between the teams. I feel like that I watched season 1 of Overwatch, and I feel like I was able to tell a difference between the two by a long shot, because the teams are actually able to pull out strats and stuff between, this is just on the fly thinking of something, while other teams have a composition already in mind of what they want, like 2 or 3 weeks ahead of their game, unless there's a meta change.
Yeah. And it's not that there's still some moments like that we see right now. It's not completely just, oh, everyone just runs 3-3. But it is more, teams have a more outspoken style of play. You have a team like the Chengdu Hunters that will try to use Wrecking Ball and DPS like as much as possible, even use Wrecking Ball as a substitute for Reinhardt sometimes. But then you also have teams like the Vancouver Titans, and well, especially San Francisco Shock, actually, they'll just exclusively run 3-3, but like slight variations of maybe sometimes a Sombra or like a Moira or something. Because Vancouver has actually done some DPS things. They haven't been exclusively 3-3, which is actually a little bit of a spoiler of my opinion of that. I think San Francisco will just completely fall down as soon as GOATS is not as mad as it is right now, because they lost their best DPS players. That is quick opinion for me, but that's me. It looks like we're ready though. We're getting Yikers in instead of Rafiki.
Substitution. Quick question. What is your favorite composition to analyze?
That's a hard one because I've seen a lot. My favorite composition currently to analyze is Clockwork's composition in Europe. Because it's new, it's exciting, and it hasn't been beaten as of yet. And it's not GOATS. That's not because GOATS is not interesting to analyze, but it's just because it's newer, it's more interesting right now. So I can talk about it. I'll do that later maybe, because we gotta talk about Oasis now. Yikers is in for Rafiki, so they have a little bit of a roster swap. Whether that will matter much remains to be seen, because we don't know what Yikers can do. Maybe Yikers is a very good Wrecking Ball, and they're gonna play more DPS stuff now. But this is already a very good Fire stage that we're starting off on. It's not University, on which it wouldn't be as good, but this is just a very nice one. And snipers don't have that, and hitscan don't have that much space to deal with Pharos on this one either. So happy to see this one come out first. It's more of a hybrid stage than the other two. The other two are a little more. The one is very open and the other is very closed. So the one is 3-3 and the other is more dive oriented. This one you can play both. So we already see the pharmacy coming out for both teams. Storm on the McCree, which they saved. And Diva's banned, so we're not going to be seeing a Winston Diva. Instead, we're just going to be seeing 2 Wrecking Balls. And, the Ana Genji. Oh, no pharmacy, actually. That is risky. I will say Ice Suspect has been doing a good job of playing around stuff, but not having a Mercy is hard against these compositions.
Oh my goodness, Icy Suspect just dominated Recurve there.
Recurve.
Wow, he's doing so much damage with his Pharah so far. And Storm is going to be going on really low here. Dirty Prince is actually going to be down. And Titan's getting very low, especially. But Storm is able to get a double here onto Dirty Prince and a Trinity. And Wolf's actually able to bring it back with Buggo going to be going down here. But Suspect is also going to be going down. And it's not looking good at all. And Spirit is going to be able to take first control of the point. And it's going to be interesting to see how they're able to find this back. Is Butterfly, as they did have that really good damage coming out from Icy Suspect. But Bam Bam is actually going to be taken down here by Storm. And that Kree, as people like to call it, or McCree if you want to be fancy, apparently.
Jesse McCree. Let's call him by his full name. Recurve going down to Wonderstruck though. And we see Icy Suspect being very cautious, plays very far away. And the main way Icy Suspect's been getting kills is by dunking on his targets. So now that he can't do that anymore, he kind of has some issues here. Because, you know, with that Mercy, you feel a little bit safer. And yeah, looks like Recurve is getting the better of him right now. So they might want to think of a Mercy switch here. They obviously want to wait for that Nano Blade. That's going to come out, but the Wolf is not going to have much value on the Zenyatta. And then the EMP comes out here from Sir Dr. Titan. They're a little bit beating... They're sort of being beaten at their own game, it feels like.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it right now.
But they're letting them do it. I think that's the main part. Like, they're letting them beat them at their own game. Because you're not running... Your strongest thing in this composition has been the Pharah. And then you don't choose to support the Pharah as well as you could. Sure takes down Recurve, but again, a very close range battle. Now that he just waits in the middle there, doesn't want to get close because he's too afraid of what's going to happen because he doesn't have the support.
Yeah,
they do get Storm out, so that makes it a little bit easier, but if Storm stays alive, that's just a hard part to do.
Very hard to do, and they are at 81% right now. Is Spirit on this objective, but Icy Suspect is able to get 2 nice kills there. And
once again, Icy Suspect pulling it back, and they do have 6 ultimates to work with, so they can be a very long hold. But coming back with 5 on the other side, they can just dry push 2. They don't really like to dry push. They can just push 2 or 3 fights. Just let them push their ultimates out, come back with 6 and win. Because they only need 1 fight win, really, on the side of Spirit. They have a lot of space to work with, and a lot of time as well.
Yeah, very and here comes the high noon. See if he's able to get anything. He's actually able to get Icy Suspect. Just going to be jetted out there by Wonderstruck, and here comes the Nano Blade. See how much he can get from it. He's able to get 1 slice and dice. Is going to be coming into that sound barrier. Is going to be coming out as, or sorry, not as, yeah, sound barrier is going to be coming out from him. Bam Bam's actually able to get a go as well with it. It's going to be a double kill from him with that Dragon Blade. And Pandemonium is going to go down with it, but Agility and Sir is actually going to be going down by Agility, and Wonderstruck is actually going down.
3 ultimates trading for 2, but they'll have the EMP or Sir Dr. Titan, so this could be a very, very easy retake now because they don't really have to worry about much. They could just hack the Pharah out of the air, but I don't think they're going to do that. Hiker's going down to a hack from Dirty Prince. This will be a little bit of a slow engage. I don't think they're going to go right now. Likely he's going to want to wait for their Wrecking Ball to come back. Ooh, Yikers.
Yeah, and Yikers actually played decently well, I think.
The Sombra's in position. It's going to get both those supports and definitely going to kill Wolf straight away.
Yeah, and there it is, like you said, and this may be the opening that they need. Right now, there's 4 players down. Bam Bam's also down. It's just Icy Suspect and a Trilogy right now, and Suspect's gonna go down. The Trilogy's able to find 2, but he's not able to pull it back enough.
Yeah, so it's not just the way that you support Icy Suspect playing Mercy. It's also the way that you don't have your 2 supports standing next to each other like an Ana and a Zenyatta were there. And they're going to have a hard time walking through main because the mines are already there. They're going to go through the corridor, but Recurve can just spam in there for free. They do have a Transcendence, though. This could be an interesting fight.
It definitely could, and the kills are going to be coming in right now against Spirit. Storm's able to pull it back by 1 against Suspect, but that's just going to be it. Yikers is the only one left. He's just spinning around the point. He's not able to do anything with it. They are on 99%. Looks like he's just going to try to back out here without dying. And it looks like
time. He buys nice time for his team to properly regroup and actually attack as a team again. So Storm is now on the Soldier, Recurve on the Tracers. They're going to go for a ground mobility assault. They need to kill everything on the ground fast before Icy Suspect takes them down from the air. But looks like they're going to be able to do it because Wolf goes down straight away.
Yeah, and Recurve is able to get a double here. And there's another kill on Icy Suspect. And a Trilogy is also going to go down here. But there's a huge hack. 5. Bam Bam is able to get nice 2 there. Though. Storm and Pandemonium going to be going down here, but they didn't get that trade onto Bam Bam. He's finally able to get it. Going to be able to get him. They're going to be able to. This one's going to go into the overtime, but they do have control of its Spirit. Looks like they're going to be able to take this one, and they are. They're up 1-0 on possibly the final map of this series.
It could be, but again, I think there are some adaptations that you can make on the side of butterfly effects to make that a little bit better of a series for you. Because I really think that the Ana Zenyatta was a problem for them. They didn't have the mobility to actually get away from certain DPS attacks. So I'm curious to see if they're going to stick with this, but it does look like at this time they want to go with the Mercy. maybe they've heard me. You know, like I could just you can just listen to the cast. It's on a delay, but it's all they could have heard me because I said it pretty early in the map already. I didn't like them not having the mercy. We're gonna see it though. Storm gonna be on the soldier this time around, so gonna be a bit of difference, and we see both the mercy and Lucio on both sides, and then once again the wrecking balls, the sombras, the Pharas. Big difference. Bam Bam versus Storm. Soldier versus versus Genji.
But Recurve's able to get a nice early pick there onto Icy Suspect, which is a huge part of this attack for Butterfly. And Yiker's able to get Bam Bam. And Wonderstruck's also going to go down here, and Butterfly is just going to have to retreat and give this point up. And there's going to be a nice stagger there onto Wolf. And let's see how Butterfly is going to be able to regroup with this. Suspect is going to stick onto that Pharah. I mean, it is such an open point that you can definitely do that, but it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to go with this. Recover's going to be taken out very low here, but it's able to get revived up. They're going to be able to heal back up. They still have that revive on the side of Bogo. But this pharmacy, it's pharmacy versus pharmacy, and whoever wins this could really dictate the fight. I mean, like we saw our last fight, that really dictated it. Icy Suspect is actually able to get Storm here, and the kills are coming in the way for Butterfly. Icy Suspect. That was very nice from me. He's able to get traded out, though. Sir is also going to be going down by Bam Bam, and it looks like they're going to be able to take this point.
It is stall time, because Yiker, this is one of those points you can stall forever. Yiker's just is already showing, I'm not going to be taken out that easily. He's just spinning around. They do take him, and then Storm comes back in. They get it to a nice even 51 there. That's a nice percentage to start off on. And they got some more ultimates to come back with. It's not even, but you know, it's a nice, it's a neat number. It's
an odd Todd.
Yeah, well, you know, whatever you want to call it. But hey, we're gonna come back here with a Tech Visor, Barrage, EMP. Like almost everything is up. They're all above 80%. I think our site not so much. Buffet. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I already take down Dirty Prince, so that's a good pick there. And
Icy Suspect as well.
Yeah, they don't need the ultimates to win this fight. I don't think they're gonna use anything. The hacks are coming out from Sir Dr. Titan. Nice and slow. Oh, I like this. And they're gonna be able to take it back fairly quickly. Only 34% this time. That is an even number, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm not that good with math, you know. I took the easy route in high school, but it's fine.
I had a math competition today, so my brain is fried from math. But you know, here we go with it. Ultimates across the board for Team Spirit. See how they're gonna use this to advantage. I would like to see them spread them out, but it's up to them really how they're going to be able to use this. And here comes that EMP. Nice. He's able to get 3, and 3 of the big ones. Dirty Prince is going to be taken down here. Good night, Sweet Prince, and Wolf's also going to be going down. Wonderstruck's actually going to go Battle Mercy and get Sir, and Dirty Prince is actually going to be revived here. Bam Bam's going to be going down, and Spirit still having control of this very much so right now. And this is going to be possibly the last fight right now, as it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to be going through this. There's going to be a transition on the side of Dirty Prince to see if they can get them back here. Bam Bam on that Tracer, getting some really nice damage there, and Butterfly is able to take this back. Yeah.
They are. Yeah, they're using the double tank right now, so both the Winston and the Wrecking Ball. There's just a little bit more of the extra tankiness, a little bit more of that just cleave damage that can really help you out, and extra shield also. It almost never hurts, really. But, yeah, they really got to hold on for a little bit here, because if they lose this stage, the series is over and they're out of the tournament. But not that far yet. Picking up the 50%, and they're going to try and defend this.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try for it, but the kills are coming in again. Sir and Pandemonium and Recurve are able to get it, and Butterfly's not looking good. Bam Bam gets stuck in this. Getting stuck in this corridor, able to find out of it a little, but they do need to get some trades back. Recurve's able to get Wolf, but Recurve's actually going to be going down here. Bam Bam was really the cause of that, and oh, there's a hack there onto Bam Bam. He's going to be going down, and they may be able to get this point back. Possibly, it's going to be this fight that really determines it.
It's so back and forth.
Yeah. The trades
they let Wonderstruck res the Trollity. That shouldn't happen.
Oh.
Recurve gets a better Rising Suspect though. That's not going to be resible, but then Recurve also goes down. I don't know, because both teams are not there with the full roster. I think Butterfly Effect's about to be. They're going to be able to touch, I think. It's only, yeah, they're right there, so they're going to be able to do so. And they take down Wolf as well.
Oh, the kills!
Oh, it's coming back.
Very much so, especially with that sound barrier.
Rising Suspect's back though.
Yeah, they are, and they can do some damage, but they have to do something. They have to do something fast.
Storm just getting them out of that point.
And it looks
nice
like
play.
Spirit. And Spirit's gonna be taking it 3-1 in this series, and they're gonna be moving on in the bracket.
That was a nice series. And I do, after the Lijiang Tower map, I really was doubting whether they could do it, but. And that just goes to show, you know, the first control map is never.
Yeah, I see Suspect with another one.
Another one. I mean, like I said, it is literally the thing that's been winning you maps. We was starting to lose the duels to Recurve. Was not in this map. He didn't even have a Mercy with him. But then you see, he has to get in so close to get those last hits. And Recurve really just had a little bit more of that all-around Pharah play going on, plus the Mercy support for the first stage. So could have maybe gone a different way had they had the Mercy on the first stage, but. It's never something to say. It's always a hindsight thing, and they might just look back at the VOD and think like, oh yeah, you know, maybe we should not have had the Zenyatta and the Ana there, but or their Mercy on Lucio or Mercy on Zenyatta or something of the other. But yeah, Spirit take the series 3-1. Very nice play. You can still vote for your MVPs. They're not out yet, so please do. You've seen the entire series now. There's not much more judgment you could do. And looks like we might actually be getting one of the players from Spirit in. You know, we'll have a little bit of a post-match there.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be doing it. And of course, do you want to do the interview man of class? Or would you rather?
I would, but I mean, I talk too much, so that's generally my thing. Like, if people want to talk to me, I'll say fine. Do that.
Well, everyone loves to talk to you. You can go for it.
I mean, you know, I don't know if it's everyone, but I've been told I talk too much sometimes. But I don't know.
There's no such thing as talking too much as a commentator. Let's be honest.
I mean, as a maybe. I need to give you space as well. But like I said, we actually have an interview with one of the players from Spirit. It's going to be Pandemonium. If I'm not correct, the Flex support. So nice to see you, Pandemonium. How are you feeling after that win? Congrats.
I'm feeling pretty good. Funnily enough, I'm actually not the Flex support. We had to kind of fill roles because our Flex support was gone today.
Oh, okay. What do you normally play?
Normally the main support, so pretty much, you know, support.
Well, I mean,
category.
you know, worked out.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Go ahead if you want to say something.
I was gonna say like we were a little bit shaky in the beginning because we also had subs in. We were on our off roll, so we had to get our act together, and we picked it up by map 2, and yeah, results showed.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, because Lijiang Tower really didn't look that well for you guys, and then it just came in and just swooped everything else. Was there like anything particular that you adapted into that, or or were you just like, oh yeah, we just basically need to get our act together? It's more us than them, basically.
By the end of first map, we were able to see what they were relying on, like who were they pocketing the hardest. Like we found out how to basically counter their team, and that's basically helped us, win fights because we knew who to target first in most cases.
Yeah, I can imagine. Was that Pharah ban on Anubis actually something that you really felt like, oh, that's necessary to ban, or did you just not like it on that specific map?
We felt it was necessary.
Was the team or a map ban?
It was more of a actually kind of both, because Bunker has been frequently played a lot on Anubis first defense, and the go-to kind of meta Bunker is Bastion with either a Widow, Pharah, some other kind of flank DPS pick. So seeing that they had Pharah, we assumed they were going to play to their strengths and play a Bunker composition with the Pharah. So we decided, well, hey, let's screw up their Bunker and spam Pharah.
Okay, I mean, makes a lot of sense. What else happened? Were you surprised to not see a Mercy come out from them on the first stage of Oasis?
Actually, I was. The Ana Zen was a little bit awkward, especially if we had some sort of dive. Even if we did have a triple or a quad, their supports are a lot more vulnerable than ours since we ran the Mercy Lucio. Obviously, D.Va was banned, so we couldn't go full dive, but we did pick up the Wrecking Ball. and I think we wanted to test out Wrecking Ball with Winston, but that didn't really, sound right, so we decided not to. We just decided to stay with a simple triple.
I mean, they tried it in the end, so you still got to see how that worked out. But yeah, I mean, definitely nice plays. Obviously, you're gonna be moving on. Are you enjoying the hero ban system in general, like the map selection?
It definitely does add a layer of, I guess, inconsistency, which makes things fun. Because I think, if there's something new to look forward to, it's, more enjoyable. So when there's a certain hero, such as, Bastion is almost a must pick on Junkertown or Orisa for the pirate ship. But then you see one of those two banned, then you see teams adapt and, pick up other strats to pull off.
Yeah, because I think I said it actually in the cast. Like, I've never seen Widow and Orisa been pick banned in the same combination ever, and that's a very Junkertown thing. But it's also something that is only possible because of the hero ban and save. So yeah, that was very fun to see. Obviously, you gotta look over to your next matches. I think your next match is on the 20th, if I'm correct, according to the schedule. And that should be against the game 10 loser. That's either Magna Ignis or Nevermore. Have you played or scrimmed against either of these teams before? Or are you feeling about that one?
I believe we played against Magna Ignis, but it was a long while ago at a completely different iteration of our team. So I don't think we're at the same caliber we were back then, and I don't think their roster has stayed the same over the course of a year and a half. It might have, who knows?
Makes
but
sense.
Well,
I mean, they're playing tomorrow
team.
at 9 p.m. So if you want to have a little bit of a scout, you can. And obviously, they've also played a match on the 7th, so the VOD of that is also still up. Definitely check that out, or have your analyst check that out if you have one. It's possible. But yeah, are any shout outs you want to do before we're gonna go with this one?
Shout out to our coach Reeker for filling in last minute for us. So our off tank actually was asleep for the match because he is celebrating Ramadan. So he was thinking that he would sleep through the day and then wake up, when the sun sets. And he also thought that our game was at 9. So yeah.
Okay,
shout out to our off tank as well.
makes a lot of sense. But hey, you gotta get through that. And I mean, I have some respect for people who do that. It's a rough time. But hey, you know what? Shout outs to people a lot of people have been doing shout outs to you as well, because you did get the MVP win, Pandemonium. Congrats.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey.
I know. Yeah. What do you think about that, Ares? Did he deserve it?
No, you don't deserve it at all, you loser.
Oof.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I feel like you played absolutely wonderful in that game. You definitely had great team play going into it, and you definitely deserve it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Have you had MVP votes before? Like the winning it?
I think I've had one or two before. I never actually won. I just had a couple votes. But
Okay.
You
won it
lose
this
count
time
after
so.
50.
much support.
Yeah, right. Hey, that's how that goes. But hey, people recognize your play. That's always nice to see. So hoping to see more of those plays in the future. But for now, I want to say thank you for your time. Still, congrats on the win and good luck. Your next match is not that far away. So I hope scrimming goes well and leading up to that.
Good. Thank you very much.
No
great
problem. Well, I mean, that's going to do it for us tonight. We only had one match on the docket, so we got that one out of the way in a nice way. It was a good match. I think it was still fun to watch, even though the odds were starting to skew more and more in the Spirit's favor. But hey, if you want to look, to see more matches, especially with the Watchers Brawl, within a bracket that is so close together, where you will rarely see 3-0s anymore. Yeah, come on, watch us. Do it more often. Follow us when we're going live. It's the Watchers OW, both on Twitch, DLive, and on Twitter. So, always good to see new teams. Do you think you have your own team and you're ready to actually get out there and go beat some others? You're always welcome to look out for new tournaments coming up. Maybe sign up for those. And it can be a very nice experience to do. One every month. And there might even be new projects in the works. I don't know. I'm not that involved in the organization. I just do talking. I just do talking. That's my thing. But yeah, if you're not tired of me talking yet, you can also find me on Twitter. It's Man of Class OW. It's also on Twitch, even though I haven't streamed in a month or so. And I think Aries, you might be around as well somewhere. So where can I find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Aries_Thompson, ARES. No, I'm not the sign that is actually my name. But yeah, you can go and find me on there. I never use Twitter because, too much drama. But go and find me on there. Yeah,
as Instagram, but no Twitter. I mean,
exactly.
Are you ever gonna have an esports career? But yeah, we're gonna end it on that one. Have a good night, everyone. Hope to see you back. I think even tomorrow we still have matches, and yeah, I think the entire weekend as well. So have fun with that. Maybe watch some All-Star games, and see us next tomorrow.